Hey guys, so the Ordinal space is heating up again. So here are some updates to the network. Welcome back to my channel. I'm DeFi Bay, and this is not financial advice, so just keep in mind to always DYOR. A lot of this is speculation. First, today is the Jubilee update, which means there will be no more cursed inscriptions ever again, unless another bug feature happens, which is highly unlikely. So this is Danny's tweet. He said the Jubilee is happening tomorrow, which is actually today. It's going to be the end of the cursed era of Ordinals. The definition of the inscription will be locked down, and that's a good thing for further growth of Ordinals. Many of these inscription types that were created in the cursed era will be blessed after Jubilee, and future inscriptions will no longer be cursed. Previously cursed inscriptions will remain cursed, and they'll also remain with the negative inscription numbers. Cursed inscriptions are valid inscriptions that the early versions of the Ord client could not handle. They were mostly accidental creations by the early builders innovating on Bitcoin and pushing ahead of the pace of the Ord client development. And it's kind of a big deal in the space. You've even got Jubilee with a inscription countdown. Right now there's only about 20 minutes left. There's been a lot of last minute scrambles as cursed Ordinals has been the meta for basically most of today. A lot of interesting projects such as this one by Dota. Since the cursed inscriptions are frozen, moving forward from today, there is a free mint cursed Ordinals PFP that's sort of flying under the radar. Dota is not associated with the product. He just minted a few, so obviously pop my bags. And it's gonna be gone by the time this video is up, unfortunately. I just found out about it as I was researching for this video. But if you hold any cursed inscriptions and you've been wanting to sell, now might be a good time. Or if you want to get into collecting cursed inscriptions, because there is speculation that now that these are a finite number and going to be increasingly rare and desirable, free to low price mints have been the meta as well for Bitcoin Ordinals. So since this is a free mint, good to keep an eye on it when it's once it hits secondary. It's called the Orphan. There's 420 of them total. I managed to mint one, but the gas is pretty high right now. Now we can celebrate the Ord client catching up. This also means that the cursed inscriptions will be very rare, hence the last minute cursed inscription craze. You can tell if an inscription is cursed by the negative inscription number and the charm that has this little demon monster looking guy on the Ordinals website. Now to the markets. In the last couple of days, there have been extremely hyped / controversial mints that came out. And today they are doing insane amounts of volume, which always brings in fresh eyes and attention, meaning number go up. The two most notable ones are Node Monks and Bitcoin Puppets. Node Monks claim to be the first 10K PFP on Bitcoin. This 10K PFP size seems to be the sweet spot for collections to both establish a strong community as well as a limited enough supply to squeeze the value. So Node Monks was pretty controversial because one, they started off as a free mint, then it quickly changed to charity donation mint, and then it changed lastly to a Dutch auction. Their Discord was also hacked shortly before mint. They've never recovered their Discord. Their minting claims were also delayed. So all in all, it was a very frustrating bait and switch with launch difficulties that came with it as well. Many users were left with a bad taste, which is clearly the recipe for success in this space because they managed to flip frogs, which were the top performing collection before Node Monks came out, and they continue to sit as number one. Let's check it out. So yeah, if we look at the last 24 hours, or let's just start with the last 7 days, okay? So Bitcoin Frogs were the number one trending project on Magic Eden, the biggest marketplace for Ordinals right now. And as soon as Node Monks came out, flipped Bitcoin Frogs and has remained at the top by a 10x margin. from the second place. No other Ordinals project has achieved this amount of volume so far, but we are still relatively early, so who knows what could happen. The second project, Bitcoin Puppets, minted yesterday and also had a botched launch. They used the website Inscribe Now, which basically went down as soon as Mint opened, and I, being one of the mentors, was faced with a error screen and a wait time for hours. Sad. It's the child collection to the parent opium collection, which was also hyped and people seem to like it. The artist, he's previously done a collection on ETH as well, so people seem to follow him. He's got a strong collectors community. The mint was around $5, so pretty much free, and it has nearly 86x'd in just a day. It's one of those projects where the higher the floor, the better looking the art. I don't make the rules. And currently they sit at second place, the floor of 0.019 BTC, and a volume of 91.72 BTC. These volumes are pretty crazy compared to even the last little mini run we had in the Ordinal space. There's not been a project that's come this close to 1,000 BTC in volume in just 7 days. That's actually insane. And considering how early we are, a lot of people are saying that no monks might be the punks of Ordinals. So I guess we'll see. Think about it, early 2021, lots of ETH whales were looking for something to buy with their ETH, and CryptoPunks emerged as the clear sign of everything Ethereum. Now we're in early 2024, just 3 years later, the beginning of the next bull market. Lots of Bitcoin whales in the similar position of looking for something to buy. I mean, there's not a more obvious play than Bitcoin Ordinals. We are so back, y'all. Which means incumbents and new entrants alike are going to be selling local tops for more liquidity and searching for the next ride. So I'll share a few that I have my eyes on. First one is going to be Ink on BTC. This is actually got pretty cool art, but most importantly, it's got a lot of influencer eyes on it. It's been super hyped by a lot of big influencers, mostly who have been given whitelist already. We'll wait and see. There's not a lot of info on it right now. We'll see what happens. There's no Discord, there's no website, it's just the Twitter. So maybe watch for just opportunities on secondary or follow their Twitter and turn on notifications. Another hype mint is going to be Culturepods. These are a child expansion collection from the Bitcoin whales. So the mint date is going to be January 12th, coming up. Mint price 0.0085 BTC. 700 exclusive editions of Culturepods. This one's sort of unique in that it is like collaborating with the Bali government. And you know, this collection features 2 distinct editions. Both editions get a Bitcoin whale with new traits. Owners of Bali editions will get an airdrop of the Bali whale. Pod edition, secure your exclusive opportunity, a guaranteed spot in our next international partnership. So it looks like if you get a pod, it's basically like a whitelist spot for their future partnerships with a nation/culture, meaning the Balinese government. I just thought that was kind of interesting. Full disclosure, I do have a whitelist for this. I won it from the Bitcoin Bears Discord as a holder. So another good reason to be a Bitcoin Bears holder. They did a Twitter Spaces just 2 days ago where they're talking about the mint details. The original collection, the parent collection Bitcoin Whales, was inscribed last February during the initial beginning bull run of Ordinals, so they're pretty OG. The other one that I have my eyes on is sort of more long-term with a vague rollout date, and that's going to be the Wizards of Ord, this guy. There's going to be 3333 Ordinal Wizards inscribed exclusively on the historic Block 78 sats. If you don't know, the historic Block 78 sats, this block was mined by Hal Finney, making the first instance where someone other than Satoshi Nakamoto contributed to the blockchain's growth. If you want to check out all the different guides to rare stats, I would use Magic Eden. There's no official announcement on the date, but The safest way to get whitelist for this is either by holding an Ordinal or a Nakamoto art Ordinal. The founder of this, LIFO FIFO, he's the one that is experimenting in the space, really OG figure in Ordinals, someone that you probably want to be following if you're into Ordinals at all. And the cool thing, one of his projects, Nakamoto Archives, is running right now because of the whole cursed inscriptions meta. And beyond the momentary hype, it's actually a pretty cool collection because it combines recursive inscriptions, meaning that more than one inscription is put on a single sat, and it's got generative art, it's got a good doxed founder who's well known in the space, and it's guaranteed whitelist to the Wizards of Ord, which, as this person says, as Ordlord says, one of the most hype drops of 2024. I do agree. And he also got whitelisted for Inked. Ord Rain, I believe, is like the main collection, but the floor is already at 0.2. So yeah, I mean, these were as low as 0.007, but they have definitely pumped. And Ord Rain holders also got airdropped Nakamoto Archives. And this one has also massively pumped today, as you can see as well, but they're kind of cool. It's the first ever fully re-inscribed Ordinals collection consisting of every email and forum post ever made by Satoshi Nakamoto. And because of its recursive nature, there's 3 components to this Ordinal. You have the data, the presentation, and the art. The art being generative, and that's the one that actually shows up as a collection on Magic Eden. It's really pretty cool. I would take a look at this page if you're interested. But yeah, guaranteed whitelist spot for a hyped project. Another one is Node Apes. This one is interesting because it is a CBRC project. So Node Apes, they have an official CBRC 20 ticker for their collection, which is CYBD. So it's going to be a collection of 10,000 apes living in nodes inspired by BAYC and monks. It utilizes Cyborg or CBRC 20 Ordinals meta protocol for efficient on-chain storing of digital artifacts on Bitcoin. Basically, CBRC is just another update. It's another innovation to inscriptions, and they describe it as an efficient meta protocol standard on Bitcoin Ordinals that allows merging of image and token in one single inscription to ensure provenance. Right now, you can join their Discord to try and get ape lists. There's going to be rarity ranks, and a marketplace for trading will be announced soon. We are very early to this new protocol. I'm always interested in new protocols and basically projects always pushing the envelope, and I do think this is one of them. And then last but not least, I also wanted to mention Saturn. This is not really an Ordinals project, but it's very similar, and it's going to be an airdrop. It's the first non-custodial peer-to-peer order book for Satoshis, bringing fungibility and a new token layer to Bitcoin. Free and instant token distribution to any number of wallets on Bitcoin for the first time ever. Rings. They've recently done a lot of battle testing and upgrades on their network, so trading is going to be open on Sunday the 7th. I think I also have whitelist to this too from being a holder in one of my other collections, probably Bitcoin Bears as well. I've won most of my whitelist spots from that Discord, but you also have to open an account and do some trading. So if you want to go check out their Twitter, they can show you step by step on how to set up an account and begin trading, but you will need to do that extra step to become eligible for the ring token. So there's a lot of mints upcoming for Bitcoin Ordinals, a few hyped ones, and then these are the ones that I have my eyes on. But let me know what you have your eyes on. Leave a comment, like, and subscribe for more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.